Howdy guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video of Westland Survival. How we doing? Hope you guys are well. So, what we're going to be doing today, if you guys read the title of this video, we are going to complete the Oild Derrick refinery. We're going to finish that off. We're going to see exactly what else is there going to be in the actual quest line. If there's going to be anything else new, are we going to be doing anything else with it, or we're basically going to be at a standstill until there's going to be a new update from the developers. Who knows what that's going to be like, but I want to get over there and I want to finish it off. I know there's not going to be much to do thereafter, so we might actually, we might actually float about, go through a couple of little other bits and pieces, and just go from there. I think that might be the best thing to do for us today. But what I also want to do is I'm going to make one of these guys and actually finish it off, of course, and just grab that with us because who knows what we're going to be doing, right? And I'd rather just pick up resources along the way. Anything that's going to obviously benefit me along the way, I'm going to be all up for it. But if you guys didn't check out the previous video, I do encourage you to have a quick peek at that, where I ended up opening up all of my unused tubes from uncommons to rares, because they're the only ones that were left in the game prior to the new update, when the devs did overhaul all the blueprint mechanics and basically changed it forever, essentially. But there were some nice little surprises I wasn't actually anticipating. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, go ahead and check out that video, and obviously come back to this one and have a bit of a look through of this one while we're going through it, of course. So, Oild Derrick, this is it. We're going to finish this bad boy off. I have been pretty much full on into this as well, and what I mean by that is I've grinded my way through. Actually, you know what? I didn't feed my horsey. I'm going to need to do that before we actually go in there. Wow, bit of a false start. I'm sorry guys. A minor little delay, but that's okay. That is okay. We can persevere just for another 30 seconds hopefully, and we can obviously get ourselves going. Let's go ahead and pick up the rest of all of this, and anything else left, that's pretty much full, and we are good to go. Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm excited. Now, before we get going, this is what I've got here. Oh, actually, I've missed out on one little elder board. Oh my god, I'm really not prepared today, people. Really not prepared. Let's go ahead and go through here. My wood, let's go ahead and take one. That should give me my 80. Thank you very much. Good, I am good to go. Oh my god, okay. Third time's the charm, everyone. Third time's the charm. Now, let's go ahead and explain what I'm actually got here. So, part of the recipe as follows is we're going to need 80 elder boards, which I've got. I'm going to need 60 pecan planks, which I've got. I also need 5 electrical tool sets, which I have here in my hand. I need 10 of these tools, so the molybdenum tools, that's how I'm going to be calling them. The fasteners, I need 10 of those, and of course I need the ingots, which require 10 as well. So let's go ahead and head over to this here. No stops now, let's get into it. I know 3 minutes into this video and I've finally got my way over. But let's do it. Let's go ahead and finish this off. So this would probably require me to go back to the old castle as well. I don't know. I feel like we have to go ahead and speak to the engineer potentially, or someone else. But let's go ahead and finish this off anyway. Put all in there. Let's go ahead and finalize this bad boy. Bam. The Derrick will generate oil once a week, but first you need to talk to Crocker. Okay. Derrick will generate, okay, so that's fine. So that's basically what that is now. Can I go in? I can't go in. But that's what it looks like. So assuming that that's where we're going to be able to pick things up. So it says once a week. We don't know how much oil it's going to generate for us. So this is basically going to help us in a sense when it comes to crafting and things like that. But again, and I've mentioned this in the previous video as well, you're going to need other forms of fuel, right? The crude oil is one thing that you can pick up. I don't know whether or not if that's actually going to be reimagined, sorry, or reinterpreted into the tier 7 category. But let's quickly have a look at that, because I know I've got that in my inventory. Where is the fuel? Okay. So it just says rare. Crude oil is rare. I've got 33 of them. I never used them as soon as I got them. So I've always held on to it, apart from when you finish the power generator, you had to put one in, all that sort of stuff. But other than that, never used it. So blood of the earth, the best fuel one can obtain. Now, it doesn't give us a tier rating, it just says it's rare, so assuming that's what is going to be generated, the crude oil. But yeah, but this is more easier, more flexible to come by, and I'll recommend to try and get as much as you can to power your generators for the foreseeable until you start getting an amount of crude oil or whatever it might be. It could be something completely different for all we know, but I feel like it might be crude oil, just given that, you know, oil's going to be pumping out in this tub here, and it's obviously going to make its way into this. So yeah, basically that's where we're at, I guess. So yeah, so that's basically it for us. We've done it. I've completed it. Now I have to go back to Oild Derrick, and let's see what Crocker has to say and what else is there to do in this storyline. That's basically where things are at. Now, are you going to be in here? No, that's the store. Actually, do you actually change your stuff? You don't. You still got the same stuff. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Now, I think it's over this way, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this is where we were at the initial video when we first got ourselves into Rio Bravo, and we had all the guys in here, and they were pretty narky, but we had to look past it, and we had to do our thing. Now, where would Crocker be? Ah, you're over here in the saloon. There you go. Okay. All right, Mr. Crocker, what have you got for me? All right, good to see you again. Is the tower ready? Is it up and running? Of course it is. You're talking to me here. Great news, just like I promised, you'll get a share of the oil, a sign, a few papers, and it's all set. And afterward, how about celebrating this fine milestone? On me, of course. Okay. Sometime later. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the celebrations or anything like that. Well, you did see him finishing off a bit of a drink there, so there you go. All right, George, the local whiskey isn't half bad. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Crocker? All right, absolutely, George. Here's to our hero, to the Derrick, and to the track. All right, Mr. Crocker, we've got trouble. Let's see what's going on. Aren't you one of the hired hands? We've been attacked by bandits, and the Derrick's gone. Are you serious? Come on. All right, we've just finished building it. Who would dare? Those damn bandits again. They never give us a moment's peace. I don't know, Mr. Crocker, but they came out of nowhere. It happened so fast. Can I ask you to head over there and deal with them? I've got some things to handle back in town, and I might already have an idea who's behind this. Sure thing. Alright, so we're going to drive the bandits away. Alright, so just as well I got myself another set of clothing with me. I'm probably going to need that. And I've got some heels, so we should be okay. Let's just go ahead and put in the full set of clothing just in case. And I can revert back to that if I need to a little later on. But let's see how we go. Let's see how we go with things. Now, can I actually... I still have to do this. Okay. So we're going to have to kill 10 of these enemies. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So that's part of the quest line itself. It's a continuation. I getcha. Okay, that's fine. Now, the other thing I wanted to quickly check, because we've got our mailbox over here. No, it hasn't actually changed. Okay. Because I'm expecting this to be our shack. So our storage for this location. Because you've got storages in Deepwater, Burial Wilds, and you'll have one over here as well. So that hasn't actually been... that hasn't actually become a reality. I don't know whether or not that will change after we complete this here, but we'll see how things go, of course. Now, hopefully, these guys aren't too powerful, I hope. But I'm guessing we're just going to, yeah, these are just standard gun slingers. Okay, fair enough. Do you have any decent items on you that I can get my hands on? Doesn't look like it. Get rid of Mr. Snipey. Okay, so there's a few of these bad boys over here. Alright, let's deal with this flamethrower. Because I'd rather take this guy out on a 1v1 situation. Just so he's not impacting me while I'm taking out everybody else. Alright, let's get this raider over here. You guys are going to gang up on me, that's fine. Take out Mr. Sniper over there. Cool. I'd rather grab all of this and just use that as my healing. And I'll just wait for that heal to come up a little bit more. But let's see if we can just try and take everyone out before we actually head to the leader of this little attack. Okay. There we go. Take you out. And take out this bandit. Thank you very much. Oh, here comes the raider. Alright. And is that it? Are you all on your lonesome? I hope so. Just making sure. Let's just quickly do our due diligence and walk around here. It wasn't that bad, to be fair. Oh, look at that. They've actually drained it. Thanks a lot, guys. And you've trashed it. Seriously? If I have to make this again, I'll be really upset. I'll be really upset. Alright, so Dolan's guard. Looks like this is not too bad. Alright, cool. That's not too bad. But at least I actually brought some pretty high-powered weapons anyway. That made life just that little bit easier for me. Alright, so let's head back. We'll find Crocker. See what else he's got to say. And hopefully that mess is now behind us. I guess we'll find out. Now I'm guessing you're going to be back at the saloon. I just want to heal myself up to a reasonable point. Oh, you're just here. Alright, Mr. Crocker. Oh, okay, so Dolan himself. Here we go. Alright, Dolan, you rat. And you say I don't know how to do business. You burnt my Derrick down. What makes you think it was me? The town runs on coal. Do you really think folks are happy about your oil moving in? You've made enemies. We could have worked something out. Oil would have been good for everyone, but you wouldn't even listen. You showed your true colors the moment you stepped into this region, trying to take charge, ignoring me and my people. Then I guess we'll settle things the hard way. Wait, what's that noise? Bandits in town in broad daylight, 2 arms. Oh, here we go. Alright, we've got like an old school shootout happening here. Okay. Looks like we're going to have to keep fighting, guys. Looks like we're going to have to keep fighting. Let's do it. Alright. Repel the bandit attack. Will do. Let's just get on with it. At least I've got the I've got my best gear with me pretty much. We've got these guys coming at us. Let's go ahead and take this fella out. I don't know how many we need to take out, but we're doing it. Take out this gunslinger, thank you very much. There's a couple of other ones coming through. There we go. And we've got this fella over here trying to take down Dolan himself. Now who knows, these could be set up by Dolan. We don't know that. Just a bit of a facade to try and get him back on our side, on his side again. It could be the way. Who knows? That's what I'm thinking. You know, just making it a bit of a smoke screen because it could have been Dolan behind all of this and he's using bandits to come in and trying to attack us and him defending with us. Who knows? Let's go ahead and speak to Crocker anyway. I'm surprised you stood up for this town and its people. Maybe I misjudged you. Okay. Dolan, maybe we don't need to be enemies. We can still talk. No more sabotage, no more fights. You're right, let's start over. It'll be better for everyone. I apologize for what happened. The Derrick will be rebuilt immediately. Oh, well, there we go. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll transfer one of the town's houses to your name. There we go. So we're going to get our little shack. So at least we get to see what it looks like, the recipe and all that sort of stuff, which is great. We'll handle the paperwork later. I'll be in touch. That's it. Nice. Thanks, Dolan. Alright. Didn't expect it to turn out like that, huh? Let's hope that Dolan meant what he said about the tower, and maybe next time he'll be a little less cranky than the first time we met. Let's see if he keeps his word. If he keeps telling the truth, we'll do business. I don't know much about that house, but you've already done so much for us, so go on, it's yours. There we go. I need to get cleaned up and drop by Dolan's later. There's still a lot to sort out. There we go. So Apple at Discord, Oild Derrick, talk to Crocker. We've done all this now. That's completed. Oild Derrick, head to the Oild Derrick. Dolan produced a rebuilder. We should check it out if he kept his word. Okay, so that's it. So that's completed. But let's go ahead and quickly have a look at our new shack. Is this what we get now? Is this? Oh, there we go. That's it. Okay, so this is the abandoned house. Has that become... No, there's no icon for that. But anyway, so I can make a lot of this. I can get a lot of this sorted out pretty much soon-ish. Gonna need some of that, which I don't have anymore because we finished the Oild Derrick. But this I can get. That I'm sort of on my way, nearly halfway there. That's easy done. That can be sourced, and I'll need to grab a few more of those, and then we can get our abandoned house up and running. And then that's going to be another little storage allocation, which is quite neat. But if you were wanting to purchase it straight up, this is what it is. So in Aussie dollars, so just under $40 there, AUD, and then 250 banknotes for the purchase if you wanted to do it that way. So there you have it, guys. That's it. But let's go ahead and quickly see the Oild Derrick and see everything is where, how it should be. Okay, well there you go. So now that that's all done, so crude oil is going to be the output. So I was right. So it wasn't going to be anything else. It is crude oil, so that's how we're going to be able to obtain it, which is great. So I'll be keen and interested to see how that changes everything now, because when we did have crude oil as an available resource, when Brewer Wilds got unlocked, so I don't know how that's going to change things. But anyway, unfortunately, I'm way past that now, so I won't be able to know myself. But let's go ahead and head over to the Oild Derrick and see if it's actually been fixed or if we're going to get sabotaged once more. All right, check the chest. All right. Oh, okay. By the time I reached the Derrick, Dolan's crew was already on site. They jumped into action and started rebuilding at incredible speed. Once the job was done, they vanished as quickly as they came. Okay, well, fair enough. As they should. Okay, so the chest is different now. So we've got a big chest there. We still can't access this. And it looks pretty much the same. We've got a little table over here as well now. Let's go ahead and suss it out. So this is basically where we're going to be getting ourselves the crude oil. So there we go. We've got ourselves some crude oil now. That's it. The Oild Derrick is completed. Now the abandoned house is the next on the list of things to do, and that's something that we're going to obviously have to work towards. But that's it. That's the Oild Derrick mission. That's the interaction with Dolan, Crocker, George the engineer, and what the old Takosa has in store for us. So we're gonna have a little bit of battle, a little bit of resistance from bandits and such, but it's all pretty easy to sort of get through. Again, if you've got the right equipment, obviously it's going to make that just that little bit easier for you guys anyway. So at least you know exactly what you're going to be up for. So there you have it. Hopefully you guys found this interesting. Hopefully you found this insightful as well, with everything else in between. So I'd assume this will change as well, and we'll be able to get more crude oil as time goes on. So I think it said a week. So I don't know exactly how that sort of works, but that's basically, where things are at with that. But yeah, look, I'm glad. Oh, there we go. So resets in 6 days. Oh, sorry, 7 days. So 6 days, 23 hours is basically what we're looking at. So basically the same reset format as you have with, Bandits camp and stuff like that. Which actually, you know what? There hasn't been a Bandits camp listed in the Rio Bravo region. So I'm assuming that's gonna come a little bit later on. And they did say, the devs did say that there was going to be further expansion to this area as well. So that's basically where I feel like that's going to be heading in that sort of sense there. But yeah, but that's it. We've done everything now. We just got to finish off the shack. And I feel like once the shack is done, that's it until, a future update. I feel that's probably my gut feeling on that. I could be wrong. There could be something else involved. But I think that'd be a good point in the progression side of things. So I guess for me, now that I basically pushed myself to get the resources for the Oild Derrick done, I can focus on some of the other key areas in upgrading my workbenches. So I think that's probably going to be my next objective here, because I definitely want to get my gun workbench upgraded to level 7, as well as the armor workbench as well. So I don't have much to do in terms of getting those resources. A lot of it is all hinged around, I think, the tools themselves, And once I have those, I think we should be good to go. But that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys comment down below. Let me know your thoughts about this episode and the progression with doing the Rio Bravo storyline here. But share if you can. And if you guys are new to the channel or not, and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. And be sure to like this one. Alrighty, guys, take it easy from me. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.